and peculiar threat in office right now. And the fundamental question here that we're raising at this news conference, I want to use that, I'm going to read something out of it, is that the black man, black men in this country and around the world, the question is, what are we going to do about it?
Yes, sir. That's right. What are we going to do?
Our babies are worried.
Yes, sir.
Our daughters are worried.
Yes, sir.
Our sons are worried.
Right.
Our women and our wives are worried about their future and what's going to happen in America. And the question that I'm asking is, what are we, black men, going to do about it?
That's right.
Now, the first thing I want to know is, are we willing to do something about it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because we are calling here now for 10,000. On April, how many?
10,000.
How many?
10,000.
How many?
10,000.
10,000 what?
Black men.
10,000 what?
Black.
No, sir. We want is what?
Resignation.
I said removal. I ain't put resignation. Trump ain't resigning. He's not giving up anything. Donald Trump, I know, is not giving up anything. I said we want Trump removed from office.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
If you want him removed, raise your black hand up in here. All right. Now they want to ask, well, how's it going to be done? I'll get back to that. Can't tell everybody everything at all times. That would make no sense. Black power?
Black power.
All right, now let's get down into it. Y'all know I'm about action, so I ain't here to waste nobody's time, no brother's time. Thank you for taking time out your lunch and so forth to come here. But I'm pretty much at the stage of my mission and our problems, and I'm about action. And these men here are about action.
That's right.
We have run out of talk, we have run out of speeches, we have run out of rhetoric. Everything we say here pertains to action.
That's right.
Now let me say this to Mr. Trump and to those that are listening. Africa, we love Africa.
That's right. That's right.
Africa is ours.
Yes, sir.
Africa, take charge and help everybody be comfortable. Get some more seats. Brother Farad, take charge out there.
For real.
All right, now.
I'm going to get this out of the way.
All right, settle in now. Now, Africa is our homeland.
Yes, sir.
Africa is our motherland.
That's right.
And Africa is what we love.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, we are an African people.
Yes, right. That's right.
We know of an Africa that gives us civilization to the white Western world. Is that
That's
right?
right. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
We know of an Africa that gives us what the white man calls the wonders, the 8 wonders of the world, the pyramids.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right?
That's right. Teach.
We know of an Africa that gives us the image of the Sphinx, that gives us the image that the black man is the father of civilization.
That's right.
We know of an Africa. We know of an Africa that Herodotus, the Greek historian and the Greek scholar Herodotus, called those builders of civilization, the builders of the pyramids, the builders of the Sphinx, and described them as woolly-haired and dark-skinned. When we talk about Africa, maybe Trump needs to know that Trump wouldn't even exist on the planet if it was not for Africa. Donald Trump and his mama and his babies and his family, his voters that hate us so much, his rowdy white Confederate rebel flag wearing undercover, some over the cover,
yes, sir.
Ku Klux Klan voting block.
Yeah.
None of civilization, you wouldn't even exist on the planet. And so the question is in this hour, how much disrespect can we take? He's the real asshole. That's right. Yes, I haven't seen a bigger ass on the 196,940,000 square miles of the planet.
That's right.
Bigger than Donald Trump. He's the biggest liar on the planet. He is the biggest racist on the planet. And he is the biggest deceiver on the planet.
That's right.
We don't have to go into the book of Revelations to talk about a symbolic beast. A symbolic beast of Revelations. You don't have to read in Revelations about the beast. You got the beast right now. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The press. He said the press is the enemy of the American people. Well, and he tells some truth sometimes. Any offensive acts as he has. How is he walking around unscathed? How responsibility?
Yes, sir.
You the big man on the planet. You are the inheritor of the power of England. You inherited England's colonial legacy, inherited France. I remember beautiful black people when I just came from Africa. I remember beautiful land and beautiful potential and beautiful brothers and sisters all over Africa. And they're struggling from what the white man has done. They're struggling from what France has robbed Africa. England has robbed Africa. And the daddy of France and England, the mother of France and England, America is constantly raping and robbing and sucking out of Africa. If you don't like Africa, then get all your damn corporations and your companies out of Africa. If you don't like Africa, leave our cobalt alone. If you don't like Africa, leave our manganese alone. Leave our diamonds alone. Leave our minerals alone. And give us reparations for taking our people out of Africa and leave us the hell alone. Goddamn Donald Trump. I'm telling you, I'll be so mad, but a constructive anger.
Yes.
Don't get scared. I don't want nobody who's hearing what I'm saying to get frightened. I'm a very constructive man, a practical man. I got practical things for you. I got constructive things for you.
That's right.
But right now, I didn't come to pin the tail on the donkey. I come to put the tail on the humpy.
Yes, sir.
We can't duck this.
That's right.
Everybody around America sitting around helpless.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, he just tweeted like a voodoo doll or something. He's sitting around playing with the tweet. Well, let me jab him today. Make him jump. Make her jump. Making them jump. The media, the press jump. The Democratic Party. The Congressional Black Caucus. As much as we love you, as much as we're going to lobby with you and try to see what's going on and help you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
That's right. The Congressional Black Caucus. Sometimes called the Congressional Black Caucus. The Congressional Black Caucus, Brother Nightwolf. Congressional Black Caucus should be demanding a resolution, should be putting the bill on the floor for the condemnation and the censure of the President of the United States. The bill should be on the floor right now. And then we see who rejects it and who fights it. But you're not even going to put a bill on the floor? Teach Brother Jahar Abraham. Give him a hand. Bring him on. You'll hear from Brother Jahar in a moment. Jahar Abraham. He's a major man in this town, helping our people.
Teach!
And he say, and he got a point though. As much as we don't like Trump, Trump has got us in the right position.
Yes.
Trump, through his wickedness, had waken our people up. And through his radical actions, he part of the reason we are in the room today.
Facts.
And so, even though it's hard to be expressing any gratitude to him from me, I can tell you that I like the atmosphere. I like the time. Let me get to a premise here. Trump doesn't like us. His followers don't like us. 60% of the white population is solidly behind Trump. Men, women, and whatnot. They are behind Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump is not a one-term president.
That's right.
I don't care what anybody say. There's nobody out there on the horizon that can beat him. And the atmosphere, I know it hurts you, but you can't get there's no evidence to the contrary. The evidence to the contrary says that he's coming back again. And that he'll win again. How can it be? How can it be a bald-faced racist win re-election again? How can it be a bald-faced racist not be condemned from the White House? It's because he represents a true inner desires to where our brothers and sisters are suffering in the hood, and that's why we're in the hood.
That's right.
But at the end of this march, if we take it to Donald Trump, trust me, we're taking it strong.
That's right.
And the message will be for reparations, full and complete
Yes.
reparations. Full and complete reparations. But also, it got to be a punishment.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You talk about Africa, you should suffer as much as you talked about Israel.
That's right.
That's right.
If he would have called
Chief.
Israel a shithole,
Chief.
every Zionist on the 940,
That's been lit.
he wouldn't even dream of saying that. And that's the way we as Africans have to be. That's coming in. Come on down. Give our pastor a seat here.
Chief.
From Baltimore, man. Give him a good seat right here, and he's gonna come on in a minute.
I'll pass it on.
Sister and Dr. Amy Jenkins on. Y'all all right?
Yes. Chief.
He's great, brother. We're going into the extended version now. But we got a point here. We are not here just talking. We are driven on a mission, and we thank you for taking time off your lunch or for being sick. Thank you for being sick this afternoon from the plantation. All right, now, what I'm saying to you, before I tell you about the conviction, I want to tell you that Xerox is making big money in Africa. I want to tell you, Dashawn Farad, tell me.
Oh, yes, sir. Walgreens.
Walgreens is making big money in Africa.
Walmart.
Walmart is making big money in Africa.
IBM.
IBM is making big money in Africa. Open up the conversation and the possibilities. Come on. My position is, and what we're trying to get you to agree with, is that every time this racist open up his mouth, the stock market drop because American multinational companies are being hit and boycotted in Africa and everywhere across the African diaspora. Do you hear what I'm saying? Every time these racists open up their mouth, it should be an African in Senegal saying, I ain't buying no more Coca-Cola.
That's right.
An African over there saying, I'm not catching your damn Uber. An African somewhere in South Africa, an African in London, an African right here in America.
That's right.
Saying that we're going to team up and punish these multinational corporations who are under the leadership of the president of the United States. This man understands the bottom line.
That's right.
And when Africans started rising up and rejecting them cheap products and throwing them back at America, and saying we're not going to be no dumping ground for your cheap cotton today, as you see, we got a mustard seed up in here.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh, it's a mustard seed up in here that can move dancing on the tongue of the head of the snake.
That's right.
The head, the body of the snake is wrapped around the 196,940,000 square miles of the planet. It's wrapped around Africa from his way.
Right here.
What city are we in? Who is the black man and the black woman of Washington, D.C.?
Yes, sir.
How has God chosen us in this hour? He has chosen us and given us a Goliath. Where's the modern day David? Huh? He has given us, as God say in the scripture, God hardened Pharaoh's heart.
All right.
So here's a man whose heart is hardened, rock stone against you. Don't care what you, if I offend you or not, he says, so what? What you gonna do about it? Huh?
You're right here. Devil Central.
Who are we?
Devil Central, right here.
We are
DC. Devil Central.
All right, hold on. Give him a hand. So domestic action against him, and I said it again, he needs to be removed.
Exactly.
And if everybody starts saying he's going to be removed by any means necessary, the power of the mind is powerful.
Yes, sir.
If you think something in your mind, it can come into reality.
Chief.
I visioned you coming into this room today, and here you are.
Chief.
And if you vision this bastard out of the White House, he will get out of there.
Chief.
Now let me say this. Let me tone it down a little bit. Because I don't want to frighten nobody.
No, sir.
I don't frighten nobody. Because I want to tell you again. So this is Minister Sean Muhammad. There he is.
Chief.
Once again, this environment that Trump has created has given us a fertile environment to organize.
Chief.
Now we have a duty to you to be constructive.
Right, sir.
We don't want to just be reactionary.
Teach.
And every time the white man say something what we mad about, well, we gonna react now. That's where I differ from others. I'm looking to react.
Yes, sir.
Teach.
And attack. However, we have to be constructive.
Yes, sir.
Teach.
This is a time now for the National Black Men's Convention. So they ask the question, well, why are we marching? Why are we having this convention over here at historic Shiloh Baptist Church? Oh, it's big and nice.
Teach.
It is ready for us, but why? Why? If I'm coming to the Black Men's Convention, I can get my criminal record expunged.
Teach.
Are you listening to me?
Teach.
I want you to answer this question. If I'm coming to the convention, the answer is you can get your criminal record expunged.
Teach.
There are going to be attorneys on site. Booth organization you in, we brothers. As long as we not working for the enemy, we part of the same movement.
That's right.
We ain't worried about no form, no applications, no letters, man. We brothers.
Teach.
We got to live and die for each other.
Teach.
Good teacher.
Now, number 2 is, until it's too late,
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
health experts, health screening. That's why I have our queen here. That's
Teach.
one of the reasons. Many reasons.
Teach.
That's why we have health professionals here,
Teach.
as well as have holistic doctors on site.
Teach.
All right? So I don't want to say that we just around after Trump. If we never see about uniting and going to work. Number 3, it says I can get diet and nutrition counseling and learn how to eat to live.
Teach.
At the National Black Men Convention.
Teach.
I can become part of a united front of 100 black organizations if I attend this convention. 100 black organizations, there's many up in here today. 100 of them coming together saying that all of us apart are much less effective than if we were united. Number 5, I can be trained on laws pertaining to police encounters. There's going to be training workshops on how to deal with the police. What laws and what to quote and how to handle yourself when you're dealing with the police so we can try to cut down, can't stop it, but try to cut down on being killed by the white racist police of America.
That's right.
All right? So training on police encounters, legal training. Black Lawyers for Justice, Attorney Tyler, and others, several attorneys are coming. So our men come out trained and with information and pamphlets. And when they're getting stopped by the officers, know how to reject searches. All of it. It ain't good enough just for us to have it, brother. We got to give it to the masses. Number 6, trying to day every build. I got building in my nation. And we're going to go right over here, brother. Come to the training. So we're looking for carpenters and vocational men. We're looking. Give me a little. Don't lose your spirit. We're looking for also, as we got radicals on the panel, we're looking for Booker T. Washington type men. We're looking for Marcus Garvey type men.
That's right.
We're looking for black men that want to earn their way through life, and we want to shut these devils up saying that we're lazy and looking for a handout. We don't want no damn handout. We want our own. So all the vocational trade is an integral part of this convention. Number 8, I can register myself and my children or my other brothers for independent schools, or for an online Pan-African university. The independent schools have contacted us. Their experts are going to be with us. And they're going to, if you want your child out of the school where he is, and you want them in a better school or a school more attuned to our thinking, anywhere in the country, we're going to provide that opportunity at this convention. And I also say, we want to say this. We want to say this. Fire it up, man. That's fired up. So we want to say this. Your wife must be called. She called it 9,000 times. But anyway, let me get right back into this. You say my child is in the public schools, and you need help in the public schools with their IEPs, with their diagnosis, with their being suspended, with their problems, with the schools, over suspensions, whatever it is. We're working on that now. We're working on that now. we're working on having so experts will be there to help you and to be able to counsel you and guide you. We're working on that now. We want to say here, we say, well, why should I come to this convention? As a youth or a young adult, I can receive manhood training.
Teach!
Every mother, every aunt, every caretaker, every guardian, we want that young man from age 8 to 80 at this convention.
Go!
We want the young people in the daytime, not
Yes.
just at night. We're working right now with the charter schools, the public schools,
Teach!
to tell them to take these young men out of the class,
Teach!
what we call the killing fields, bring them to the convention. And so at this convention, the 9-year-old, the 10-year-old, the 11-year-old,
Teach!
the 12-year-old, the middle schooler, the high school, we want them to step in and see strong black men.
Teach!
The whole convention is a training. The whole convention is seeing their big brothers and their mentors and seeing positive images of black men, because every day, all they can see is a black man. And half the time he's wearing a damn dress.
Teach!
Did you hear what I said?
Teach!
Youth don't know which way they're going these days.
Teach!
Because they haven't seen strong black men, and the white media don't want to give you a strong
Teach!
black man on TV. If they try to give you a strong black man, they take him off and give you somebody else that'll have your mind confused.
Teach!
And I want to hear today, and I'm going to speak for the black woman today. They'll speak for themselves.
Teach!
But they're looking for a man.
Teach!
And they're looking for men to be men. And if we keep accepting this crap that society's pushing down our throat instead of pushing our own narrative, we're going to be ruined.
Teach!
Coming to the convention, I can receive connections for relationship counseling and individual and family therapy.
Teach!
Oh yeah, professional counseling.
Teach!
That's therapy.
Go!
Come here and talk to us or get connected so that you can talk to us. But we have to end the stigma of not wanting to engage in counseling,
Teach!
engage in therapy. Who need more therapy than the people that have been robbed and raped and psychologically abused? By our people? That's going to join the fight for reparations. I can come now and meet the Honorable Silas Muhammad.
Teach!
I can meet all of the reparations activists. They're coming from all around the country. And the 5th day of the convention is dedicated to reparations.
Teach!
We're not playing, y'all. We have not come here to waste one morsel of your time. Not one morsel of your time. We have been planning this for over a year. And there's no turning back here. It says here, I can network with other black businessmen and companies. I'm a black businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a salesman. Well, here come thousands, maybe 10,000, those that are with us. It's an awesome market for your business product. Awesome product for your business. You're looking for salesmen. You're looking for independent marketer. You're looking for a black man in the business to work with you. Then this is at the 10,000 black men market.
Go!
Straight up. Why should I come? Brother, you can go get a job. And there's going to be employers there. You know, and I got to be honest, until we get this nation of our own built, where I can cart out 100 black employers and black companies that will hire you, we will have some jobs to whoever giving them out. Because the bottom line is, I know many, it's a duty to you to make sure you can put bread on the table for your babies. And so we'll have jobs available every day, all day. If you want a job, you come here and sign up and get you some career development, get your resume right, and we'll get you into that job. We try to get you in with the black man, but if the black man ain't offering no job, we're going to just get you a job. Straight up. All right? All right, a few more. Couple more. Let me finish this. Okay. Let me finish this list up, and I'm going to step off of here. I can organize, if I come to the Black Men's Convention in the 10,000 Black Men March, I can organize against Donald Trump and his wickedness at the convention. All the anti-Trump forces, this is your home.
That's right.
Everybody that's within our family and our nation, if you're against Trump, male and female, this is your home. All right? Number 22, I can become a Pan-Africanist and join the worldwide Pan-African movement to liberate our people.
Teach.
at this convention.
Teach.
Yeah, you'll learn. Maybe you don't even know what Pan-Africanism means. But if you come to this convention and you see America of a certain percentage of the population dominated by white America, that you are the majority and you outnumber the minority 11 to 1 on the face of the planet Earth. We got black people everywhere across the planet. One thing we're trying to get across, that we black men across the planet
Teach.
are unstoppable force.
Teach.
The black men across the planet and the ones we know.
Teach.
The black man, the father of civilization and the original ruler of the planet.
Teach.
And I'm telling you, when we rise, the game is over. The game in the charade violence and no violence. It's an activist hand.
That's right.
There's going to be activists coming from everywhere, every kind of cause, every kind of revolutionary, everywhere. And if you are a look at you.
Oh.
Look at you. All right. Well, here we go. I can access social services and nonprofits between the movement of saying we got to stop the violence and the ones that are out here working to give them wraparound services, to give them counseling and treatment and help out here in group homes and facilities everywhere.
Teach.
Well, we're working right now with every nonprofit. We want to let every nonprofit know, every human services agency know, everybody that's helping the youth, the young people, the disadvantaged, the disabled, the youth that are coming out of commitment, DYRS or other cities, all of the disadvantaged and the social workers. Oh, we can't forget the social workers. The social workers in the case. Lastly, I said,
Okay.
we want you at this convention.
Teach.
And lastly, we say if you want to find God, you're going to find him at this convention.
Teach.
I want to tell you that where you find the black man, you're going to find God.
That's right.
Where you find the black man, you're going to be looking at the black man. You're looking at God.
That's right. Teach.
And you feel God in this room. I want you to join Dr. Claude Anderson.
Teach.
We're talking with him right now. We're looking for a national black economic program.
Yes.
With Dr. Claude Anderson, Dr. Boyce Watkins.
That's right.
Yes.
The young, brilliant CEO, David Anderson down there
Yes.
in Atlanta and the others.
Right.
And right now, engaged with Brother Haki Ami. And with the other one saying, all of you leading economic thinkers,
Yes.
we need you to give us a big economic plan for the next several years.
Yes.
A black national economic plan. Where to buy, where to not buy from.
That's
Where to
right.
invest,
Yes.
where to stay away from.
Yes. Yes.
Everything that we need to have it coming. We got Professor James Smalls. We got Professor Wade
Yes.
Nobles. Professor Wade Nobles.
Yes.
We got Dr. Tony Brock.
Yes.
In the daytime, those are the big people on the program that night. But in the daytime, it's all about education. Be coming in from everywhere here in the Southeast.
Yes.
We're going to a big stage.
My man.
And that we're going to run our program. We ain't just gathering you to go march on Trump. I'd be wasting your foot time. I tell that to the white man. I have to tell them, Trump uses us, don't he?
Yeah.
Don't he use us?
Donald Stump. Yeah.
You gotta use his speech, right?
Donald Stump.
But let me tell you the real tip. This is about self-determination.
Yes, sir.
Our rally on 12th and W to support the black man.
Yeah.
The whole black family can come, but the black man is at the center and at the front.
Yeah.
And we got
Teach.
They are not feminists. They are black nationalists who believe that the black nationalist movement must respect the rights of women.
Teach. Teach. Teach.
And believe in the exaltation of women.
Teach.
And so the last and final day of the convention is about reparations and self-determination. We're going to hear from the Honorable Silas Muhammad. We are going to hear from organizations from all over the country, and we're going to sit as a government. And we're going to sit as a government on Sunday in
Yes.
and we are going to, as a nation and as a body of organizations, we're going to sign legislation like the white man signs in the United States.
Yes.
We're going to say that this is the economic bill and the economic plan for the next year, and it's going to be signed off by Dr. Claude Anderson and
Yes.
Dr. Boyce Watkins.
Yes.
It's going to be signed off on by the People Can Change Ministries and all of the other organizations. We're going to sign like founding fathers and founding mothers at this convention. We're going to sign on the dotted line.
Yes, yes.
We're going to negotiate this thing.
Yes.
And we're going to sign on the dotted line.
Yes.
And we're going to sit here with our pen, with the ink pen, and we're going to sign our reparations bill.
Yes, yes.
And we're going to say these 1 to 200 organizations, this is our commitment, this is our word in blood.
Yes, yes.
What we commit to.
Yes, yes.
We are going to run our government. The
Yes.
white man gets to run his government every day.
That's right.
And you give us 5 days to run our government.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Give us 5 days to do what we have to do. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you for hearing me. God bless We're looking for 10,000. Is that right?
That's right.
Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Don't move. Don't move a lot. Don't move a lot. Move it. We strike. This is serious. It's a who I've known for a long time in this. Just be patient. Let me let these men. This is important. I want you to hear from a co-chairman of this convention.
Teach.
A man that we are in tune with. He is a disciple of James Bevel. James Bevel was a disciple of Dr. Martin Luther King, but he was also an advisor and a strategist to Dr. King.
Yes.
And one thing that we're trying to show you all today is that we got to end the tribalism.
Yeah, that's right.
You see, I'm looking for radical civil rights people.
Teach.
Civil rights people are not my enemy.
Teach.
I respect the fire and the sacrifice of Dr. Martin Luther King.
Yes.
So I want you to hear right now from Brother Jahar Abraham. He has a long track record.
Yes.
He's got an extensive track record in the community for serving our youth. He's always down since back when we were shutting down stores in the 1990s.
Yes.
He's a businessman. He's facing attacks from gentrification. And he's serious about getting the job done.
Yes.
Jahar Abraham.
Good afternoon, alongside Brother Malik. I come from a different perspective, but I think we're trying to get to the same place. And it's a balance. Just as we have a left hand, we have a right hand.
Yes.
As there's an up, there's down.
Yes.
My argument is not with Donald Trump. In fact, I am so serious about my support for Donald Trump.
Let's go.
Because if it wasn't for Donald Trump, in my 50 years of living, this is the first time in my life it has provided us an opportunity to have real conversations about the conditions of our people, not only in America, but around the world. And the problem with us is because we're so emotional, just like when James Earl Ray was convicted of the murder of Dr. King, we wasn't interested in following the steps to find out who was involved with the murder. We just wanted somebody to be hung because they were white. And because of that, I spent the last 30 years of my life watching black men go to prison for stuff they didn't do because of the plea bargain system, because we don't make sure that the process plays all the way through. Dr. King said, don't judge a man by the color of his skin, but judge a man by the content of his character.
That's right.
And somehow black people got confused with that statement. We thought he said, don't judge white men by the color of their skin, but that's not what he said. He said, don't judge men. In the world I'm in, I spent a lot of time in prison, and I spent a lot of time doing the jail ministry. And most of the black guys in here got locked up because you got caught doing the commission of a crime. And very few hands go up. And I said, how many of you guys in here, because somebody who looked like you, who you love and trusted, told on you or implicated you in this? And every hand go up. And what I'm here to say is my issue is not with white people. My issue is with us. I live in a city. I live in a city that has a black mayor, that has only had black mayors. And I watch poor black people get treated like what Donald Trump talked about, shithole countries and all that. I watch black people do that to black people. My issue not with white people. In fact, I expect them to treat white people different than they treat us. I expect us to treat each other better. And so just as Brother Malik is on, you know, damn Donald Trump, that's fine. But even if Donald Trump leaves today, the real Klansman is the vice president. So you don't even know, like I know the guy that's the president, his issue is money and power. In fact, man, this guy, the biggest enemy to my people in this country, the system of the FBI, Donald Trump is weighing their ass out. And all the guys that I get calls from this in prison was set up by the FBI. Dr. King, Malcolm X, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Marcus Garvey, all the great black leaders in this country have all been through it because of the FBI. And Donald Trump has just exposed the stuff that they do in private. Donald Trump is just talking about it in front of the world.
That's right.
Because the position is not for us to run and hide and say, oh, look at what he's doing. The question becomes, what are you going to do about it? Like he's letting you know when he stood beside Hillary Clinton, see when that incident happened in Haiti back in 2010, I went there to help set up a school there. I didn't know that you had to get permission from the Clintons to get electricity and water, running water and electricity after dark. So when Donald Trump stand beside her and say, this is crooked Hillary, she's always lying. She never said that, you know, why are you saying this about me? She never said that, you know, what he's saying is not true, because they know each other. And so black people come up to me after Donald Trump won and said, oh, what is he going to do to us? He's going to send us back to Africa. Well, the Clintons co-sponsored the crime deal that effectively took black men out of the community for nonviolent offenses in the 90s and destroyed our families and communities. And all they've said is, if we had it to do again, maybe we shouldn't have did it that way. I'm sorry. And it reminded me of when Malcolm said the Negro is in such bad shape that when the master is sick, he asked the question, what's wrong, master? We sick? Black people all over this country was crying when Hillary Clinton lost. All over the country. And we don't know what Trump is going to do. I think Trump is going to give us an opportunity to be free. That's my position. Because he's destroying, he's making a buffoonery, he's clowning this system that America has in place that's ruining and oppressing black people all over the planet. He's turning it into a joke. Look, all of their allies all over the world are saying, we can no longer look to America. See, we play checkers. We don't play chess. And it's a bigger, and Trump couldn't be in place this way, this long, without God's hand in it. And then the question is, are you going to do what niggas do? Eat pig feet, drink beer, talk shit? Or are you going to heed this call?
That's right.
So, I'm not here to talk about white people. I'm here to say we got to get our shit together.
That's right.
You're not interested in that?
Absolutely.
Man, all that bothering Trump and all that. In fact, I applaud Trump. In fact, a black guy, when Obama was the president, a black NFL player said, look, fellas, we can use our platform to address black guys that's unarmed being shot in America. We NFL players. In fact, I'm a quarterback. Why don't we get together and use our platform? And them niggas told me we more interested in strip clubs, our gold teeth, our chains, and our cars. We don't want to make the white man mad. We're not going to join you on that.
That's right.
Donald Trump look at him like, see, I'm from the street. That's like me coming up on your block, taking something from the guy that's the leader on your street, and he don't respond to it. Donald Trump saw that and said, look, they just son of bitches. They some bitches. They didn't respond to the call from a man who had made a goal. What's wrong with us? And so, no matter, I don't want Trump out the White House, because the more you try to ignore what he's doing, he gonna take it up another notch. And these rooms are gonna have to get more and more full. Because you know how it is when you're in a coma and you sleep, you in a good sleep, and somebody got killed. Because Obama couldn't get us to talk like this. In fact, Obama put us in further sleep. Because we thought that, but nobody talks about that he sanctioned Gaddafi being murdered under his I'm not with this. I live in a city right now that spends $1 million every 10 days to keep poor black people homeless.
You right.
Y'all didn't
talking
give me
right.
I don't want to march on Trump. I want to march on Bowser. That's who's in charge of it. I don't have nothing to do with Trump. Let's go. So I'm just saying so I'm here because something needs to be done. But the position I'm coming from is we need to work on ourselves. Because it's easy for us to look at other people and say what they saying and what they doing. But what about us? What are we going to do when we leave here?
That's right.
Thank you.
Black power.
In March is a weapon to be used against the injustices that are occurring in the district and Prince George's County. Let me let you hear from WPFW.
Thank you, brother, for allowing me to be a part of this. I've been pissed off with Donald Trump since 1452. When the Pope of the Roman Catholic Church in the Vatican issued something called the Papal Bulls. Gave them, kill them, and take everything that they got that you want from them. That's how this bullshit started.
Teach!
America was great before the white man came. We had 1,200 governments in America before the white man came. And 30 miles east of East St. Louis, Missouri, was our centralized government called Cahokia. We sent our representatives there every year to sit in council and learn how to treat each other. The first slaves in America were my people. When they came here, they came with no good intention.
That's right.
We have a 50,000 year recorded history with the African. Right here.
That's right.
50,000 years. So that's 49,500 years before that white boy got lost. And the only thing he discovered when he got here was that his ass was lost.
That's right.
So there's a rich history between us and the African. I don't have time to go into it in full detail, but I'd love to talk to you sometime. But I support what you're doing, brother. See, black people and Indians have the same enemy.
Absolutely. You talking right.
And we should not allow ourselves to exclude each other from the conversation.
That's right.
If it wasn't for the Indian, General Tubman would have never gotten black folks into freedom.
That's right. You talking right.
Because every stop along the way was manned by our people. When you got sick, we took you in and we helped you to get well. And when you got to New York State, there was a chief there by the name of Chief Shenandoah with the Oneida Indians that accepted all of the escapees. And his guides and warriors would wait until they got the signal from the chief. 100, 200, 300 of them. Now, take them into Canada for absolute freedom. That's how the black man got to Canada. But the poorest people in America is the Indian. If you've never been to Pine Ridge, or Rosebud, or Kyle, or Yankton, or Cheyenne River, or to the 3 affiliated tribes in North and South America, you ain't seen poverty. I went there 12 years ago. No, 15 years ago, right after I got on WPFW. I got a letter from a little girl out there. She says, "Dear Grandpa Nightwolf." And that's how our children address us, as Grandpa and Grandma. My name is Lori. I'm 9 years old. And Christmas is coming. Would you please ask Santa Claus to bring me a brand new toothbrush that I don't have to share with anybody.
Teach.
Would you please bring me a good tasting tube of toothpaste? I'll share that. But I want to have my own toothbrush. When I got that letter, the tears started to fall. And I thought about that, and I asked my listeners and supporters, please help me. And that year, we were able, because of the kindness of all of you, to fill two 53-foot tractor trailers full of clothes and toys and food and medical supplies. On Indian reservations, you got to get a damn prescription to give your child a baby aspirin if that child has a fever at night. So you think that gentrification and what they call the ghettos are bad? Try living on an Indian reservation.
Teach.
Between 75 and 80% of all black people that were generationally born here in America, you also carry Native blood.
Teach.
You also carry Native blood. And I would venture to say that everybody, not everybody, but most of you in here, if we got into conversation and who was your grandma? Who was your great-grandma? Who was your great-grandpa? Oh, they were Indians. So what does that make you? It doesn't make you an African-American. It makes you a black American Indian.
Teach.
So in 2014, I was able to organize a new organization, NCBAI, the National Congress of Black American Indians. And that was and on July the 14th, 2014, at Plymouth Church, we had our first gathering of Black American Indians. People came from California in carloads, from Atlanta in busloads, from up in New England, and all over the country. For what? To come and see who their relatives are. To come and meet your family. Now, when I did that, I caught hell from my people. Why are you bringing all of this to bear? What the hell are you talking about? You realize that if you go back to the photographs of the 1800s, the 1700s, the 1500s, and you look at our great leaders, they were his complexion. My grandfather was a full-blood Cherokee, and he was darker than this brother. My mother's mother, my grandma Rachel, was a full-blood Cherokee from South Carolina. His color. On my father's side, my grandfather was from Arizona. He was a Cherokee Shoshone Indian. And his wife was a full-blood Taino Indian from Old San Juan, Puerto Rico. So don't talk that bullshit to me. I know who I am. And I know who you are. And I know we're all related.
That's right.
And we need to start talking to each other instead of at each other.
That's right.
We need to start respecting and loving each other and reaching out to each other, because guess what? It ain't going to happen unless we all do it together.
That's right.
Teach. Go.
And I invite you, I'm not here to do a commercial, but every Friday from 2 until 3 on WPFW 89.3 FM, you will hear the truth. As I tell it like it is, who I am. I got a serious problem with that. I'm a 4-time cancer survivor, and they started sending me things to brew. And thank God for Dr. Allison Henderson.
Yes.
Yes.
Who is my, and of course, who we call the Great Spirit, Tankashima, our grandfather, God.
Let's give him a hand. Alliance. That's a whole nother, you haven't realized what he just stepped on, a whole nother subject matter. we'll get to it at the convention. When we talk about self-determination and you talk about sovereignty, honor, Brother Nagwood. Now, Nagwood, we keep on working. And here, we're from different perspectives, from different backgrounds, and from different traditions. But we're going to work this together. I want to introduce now a strong black man street from the hood. To me, he's the realest pastor in the city, and certainly in the region. He's traveled all to South Africa with us. He travels all over America, everywhere, helping our people. He has formed a new coalition over there in Baltimore, which is certainly needed in Men Against Murder. He is the pastor of People Can Change Ministries. Come as you are. How it is no, and he is one of the key presenters and organizers of this National Black Men Convention and 10,000 Black Men March, and even suffering recently through the loss of his mom and the severe illness of his dad. God still got his mind and his body on lock.
For somebody like me to be here. And I also share with you, I'm so glad that man don't choose who God want to use. Because yeah, I'm Dr. Ted Sutton and I'm Pastor Ted Sutton, but if you ever Google Crazy Ted Sutton, you're going to see my face. Y'all. Yes! At 15, I was running around with a sawed-off shotgun and around the city, and I was part of the problem. So when they even showed the show The Wire, it was written about my godfather, a man named Little Melvin Williams, the man from American Gangster. So if you ever saw, I was a part of that lifestyle. But I only say that in sharing with you. I'm standing before you to say that I'm proud to be a black man. And I'm all man with that. Yo. Because there's an attack on the images that are going out to. So there's been what I call a severe case of identity theft. Where they want our youth to dress a little bit more feminine. You know, I even told somebody, I said, I'm from the old school. I said, I'm not getting raw skinny jeans. No pink skinny jeans. And I'm not saying that, but you know what? But I don't come with a voice of judgment because, see, you have to understand that I came from, see, you don't know how insane situations are until you come out of the insanity.
That's right.
That's why the whole series that I actually been teaching has been your success starts where your comfort zone ends.
That's right.
And we're going to have comfort zones. Meaning the conscious community are going to have to be more receptive to some of the gangbangers. That some of the pastors are going to have to come out of those churches and go out to the streets. Some of the brothers that we are, it ain't acceptable for you to know the answer of what's going to keep you living and not share it with that brother that you see getting high out there on the street. It's going to take us to come together as far as with that. But I only shared that because I had to let people know and things. And I started something called Men Against Murder. We've seen Baltimore all over the news with our young people in schools with coats on because they had misused the money for the heating systems. You've seen it where we've now been deemed #1 per capita as one of the most dangerous cities in the country. And in that state, you still have people going happy-go-lucky, out focusing on the happy hours and party and different things of that nature. Well, to me, you should be uncomfortable with the way our young men are dying out there. You should not be able to sleep at night. You should be on the edge of your bed at 3:30 and 3:35 and 3:36 in the morning because of how our young men are dying. You don't have the right to be okay driving in your Lexus in your nice home, only coming into the city to get the food that you want and going back without being concerned about that young man on that corner. And I only say that, and it even started the Men Against Murder. A man said, well, I just want to know, are you nonviolent? And he asked me again, are you nonviolent? I said, why is he wanting to just me? He want to know if I'm nonviolent. I said, well, let me share this with you. And I said, yes, I'm tired of our young men killing each other over a lint ball in each other's pockets. Meaning over nothing.
That's right.
I said, y'all never even seen a $10,000 contract on somebody's head. Temporarily Insane, I have a chapter that talks about that a lot of you young guys, nobody has even taught you how to do wrong the right way. You've even been doing wrong. How do you steal a car in your own neighborhood and you keep the car? How do you go to a beef with 5 guys in the car, all of them got guns, weed smoke going out the window, radio blasting, bad tags, and a tail light out? You've been doing wrong. And you get mad and you want to kill this guy because he said something on Facebook. He want to kill this young man because he looked at your girl and she was community property at the time. You want to do all of these things, and I said, but you allow the police to pull your pants down in the middle of the street looking for drugs, and you won't even say the word, officer, I feel this is wrong. You don't know what to fight for. So I say that, and I know I made a lot of people upset and said, don't worry about protocol, just know who to call. I don't need exceptions from the government. I don't need grant money from the president. I'm going to keep doing the work, and I said no matter who co-signs on me, because along from getting saved, I got delivered from people. And you can't do nothing until you ain't worrying about what people think about you. So I'm about to close what you ready to fight and what you ready to die for. And if you ain't ready to die for something, then you ain't really fit to live. The reason I was laughing at the man asked me 3 times, he said, are you non-violent? I said, well, let me break it to you down. House where my children are. Where my 12-year-old daughter is, and my sons. And I say, even though my sons, you know, my 6-year-old is a green belt in Tendo. My 10-year-old is he is a yellow belt in Taekwondo. And I said, but if they come in there trying to take some life, hate for that to be the person that's want to question. Because I want them to know that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm ready to die. And I'm ready to do anything by any means necessary to make sure that my family is safe. So, when you see something that's coming up, and you see brothers from different facets, meaning we ain't worrying about what church you went to. We ain't worrying about where you paid tithes at. We ain't worrying about which place was and who you called your leader and everything else. We're saying that at the end of the day, you are a black man. At the end of the day, you are a black man. And I say, and it is our job to protect the black woman and to protect our children. I had to tell a group of young men, I said, it is not sexy when you got your woman going out working 2 jobs and you playing PlayStation and she's sitting in the same space when she left you, when she left that moment. I said, ain't nothing sexy about that. Stand up for what they believe. So I'm also just sharing that, and I just want people to know we got to get the message out that this is the time. This is the time is now. Ted, Freedom Fighter Sutton, and I support this message. I'm out of here.
It's all happening to me. And if you look in the front page of the White,
Oh, that was you?
that's me. And I ain't got no help. I'm getting my teeth knocked out.
Give him a black hand.
Look at my face. Look at my face. Nobody help me.
Let me say this. About to close in a minute, but let's do it in dignity.
I'm trying.
Let me say, no, not to them. Let me say this for you, though.
Yeah.
Brother God, you a special.
some help.
He's all right. I'm telling you, you're going to get help.
Yeah, can I be first?
Let me say this first.
Can I be
You
first?
are first.
You know what my organization
No, hold on.
it says first in you. Chris was the first black man to die for this country. That's what I named.
Okay, I'll tell you what's about to happen. Hold 1 second. Y'all hold. This is something. No, hold on. I got him. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Back up. I'm sorry. Back up. He's fine. Everybody, pay attention. Hold 1 second. Let's talk. This is important.
That's my hope.
Okay, let me speak for a second. I got you. And you say you a one-man army.
That's what they say.
And you
Watch
been
the
in
vote.
okay, well that means that you God have touched you, put you on the front page, had you get into it with these white gay guys, and brought you here for a
Sit
reason.
your arms around.
See, I want you to have a seat here, and I want you to have a
Yeah!
I want you to have a
Yeah!
That man is special.
Yes!
No, that man,
Yes!
that man right there who say he's
need help.
homeless, he say he's homeless, but God is touching him in some way.
I ain't homeless.
He made his confession.
Okay, but that's
He
what
made his
forget that.
All right.
Whatever happens. All right. Take questions. And what I want to do now, as we get ready to take questions, it's a wonderful day. It is clear just from the sign of this meeting that we are assembling some of the strongest black men to be found.
Teach!
Strong black men to be found. Just from listening to Brother Jahar, listening to Pastor Ted Sutton, Minister Najee Muhammad, and the others who are here, and there are many more. But I got to be honest with you. This ain't just for no convention and no march.
No.
The convention and the march is just a activity and a gathering point and a waypoint to where we're really going.
Yes.
I gotta let you know, we ain't been working on this and working on these relationships, and people that come to this rostrum, this is relationships, years of relationships.
Yeah.
We are here to build permanent relationships.
Teach.
What we're doing here is permanent.
Do it now.
Coming up in here, what we saying here, and the vibe and the love that we expressing to each other, it ain't for it. Let me tell you this, ain't nothing happening that we do without the aid of black women.
Right?
Teach!
All that we do is for black women.
Teach!
There's going to be an attack on this march.
Yeah.
We're going to be attacked by feminists. We're going to be attacked. I'm going to be attacked.
Yes!
And we're going to be attacked for the strong stance we're taking.
Yes!
Sisters that's gonna handle that.
Thank you. I just want you to get ready. I want you to hear
Teach!
of the whole convention that this black woman, when you say, well, we got Shiloh Church, we doing this, we got that. There's a black woman that's up, and other sisters, Aisha,
Yes!
that are up making this happen day in and day out. They don't want no credit for it.
Thank you!
They ain't worried about no ego. Their hearts
Give
are
God
sincere.
glory.
Love!
They want to see the black man rise.
Yes!
There are black women on the scene that want to see men rise, and
Yes.
that's not in competition with the black man.
Yes! Yes!
They're not sitting up here wondering about, well, what about me? They want to see the man rise, and they trust in God's process in raising up the black. Dr. Amy Jenkins.
Also, you would receive pledge cards. You know, this march is it's going to be very expensive, all right? And we need all help, any type of help or anything that you can give, not just anything. If we can go to the white man's plantation, and we can go ahead and work those hours, that 40 hours a week, and we can go ahead and collect that paycheck, then we take that paycheck and go right to the national, to your neighborhood mall, and then you spend on clothes, you spend on food, and everything else. But then you're short at the end of the month for what? Maybe your rent, your other expenses, but you haven't put it to a cause that's going to make you money. You haven't put it to a cause that if you invest in something, you will receive something. See, the white man's strategy has always been to tell us how to misappropriate our American dollar, when we need to be putting our black dollars into things that count.
That's right.
And some of the things that count is this 10,000 black men's convention.
Because
Because you're not just getting a march to the president's White House. When it comes down to our priorities and the things that we need to be doing as black people, it's worth the investment. We don't want to hear any story that you can't put up $10 or $15 or $20 to finance what? Vacation. We don't want to hear that you go ahead and you got to make sure that you go ahead and give something over to the white man, all right, to pay for his privilege, and take it from you who can invest it and use your dollar wisely. Invest into your own privilege. You understand what I'm telling you? You need to invest into your privilege.
Right here! Teach!
Can I say something?
I want to tell you really quick, there's a little secret that I want to tell you from a woman to a man. I am a woman, And I'm a strong woman in support of the 10,000 Black Men's March.
That's right.
Let me tell you why really quickly, because I need to give it to you. For a long time, even in slave trade, the black woman was the field hand. She worked, she was the bad witch. The black man was of no consequence to the white man. You see, he was threatened by you because you blocked what he really wanted. Let me tell you what he really wanted. She didn't even listen to me. We move mountains. And when we move mountains, we stand with our king and we have him move them too. If he ain't moving, we make him move it. See, this is the power of a black woman. It's the sound of my voice. But when the black man is not our enemy, we love him. We obey him.
That's right.
But we also defend him. And a part of that defense, those women are called the misogynoir woman, the feminist woman, because she does not need the black man anymore. She says, I can work my own household. I can make my own money. I don't need the black man for it. Do you understand why it's necessary for the 10,000 Black Men's March for you?
I'm included, right?
For the way that the black man has mistreated you. And myself. But I'm standing up today to say no more black men. I'm not playing around with you. I'm very serious about the words that I have to say today. I need you to stand up and I need you to shape up and I need you to be in that 10,000 Black Men's March and I need you to strap up and defend your queen. That's all.
All right, y'all. And this is only a front, not just building it for April.
Y'all want some money?
This is for life. This is fulfilling what we've been talking about.
He ain't said nothing wrong.
And I like being around extra serious people. I mean, I'm just looking around and just all these zealots. I mean, in his own way, Jehoiada Ted is a zealot. Najee is a zealot. Akbar is a zealot. Cheeks is a zealot. Amy's a zealot.
I
Aisha's
know
a
what
zealot.
I am.
I'm a zealot. A zealot just means that you are 100% committed.
Yes.
Let me
I
get to
need
this.
help.
I'm coming.
I want to talk to her.
No, where you go running around? Sit down. Sit down for a minute. Just discipline yourself. You all right? You good? Just chill. Chill for a second. She coming to dinner with us. I'll sit her right next to you.
That's what's up. Can I bring my pretty queen? She right there.
Excuse me.
Right there. There she goes, Lucy Fletcher.
All right.
You welcome too, man. Well, come on, brother. You're an interesting man, and I want to sit down and learn
I
your
wouldn't be
story.
alive.
God sent you here for some reason. He sent you here for a reason.
Oh yes, I love y'all.
I want you right out in front of me. You
Lifeline.
gotta be at the front. You the strongest supporter I ever seen.
It's a lifeline from the 60s.
What's your name?
Don, the Buddha Sabbath. The Buddha Sabbath. I love you on the other side. The Buddha Sabbath. I'm a die for you. I'm a die for us.
Just look to the brother next to you. Give that man a hug. And tell that black man you love him.
I love you, brother.
Right.
I love you. Love you, brother. I love you. Love you. Love you.
Tell the brother you love him, man. The sister, tell the man you love him, man.
I love you.
Go. Now here you go. First question. Come on. I ain't going nowhere. Here you go. Baba.
Order.
We almost finished.
I truly want to give God the honor and the glory. To see and to feel the energy and to knowing today of how conscious that we should be in society as the ministers speak and others who speak with many this universe. And I asked myself the question many times, and I'm going to be very short. Give me 2 more minutes. Why is it if we want the United States? First of all, let's begin with the FBI. Do we really know what the FBI means? They said it's the Federal Bureau of Prison. That's a lie. It's family breaking institution. That's what the FBI means.
That's right.
Do we understand why we are having all of our kids going off to incarceration? Because the conspiracy that they form against us. Now, I'm going to just say this. For all of my young brothers who are being killed for the many wrong reasons, and let's start in Baltimore. It's what we even think. Because every day of our lives, brothers are killing brothers. Sisters are killing sisters.
Yeah.
Sisters are selling their bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great tribulation. Yes, I heard my mama, your mama, penitentiaries, while my sons and your daughters are shooting their guns, selling their cracks, and our sisters are delivering crack babies. Can't you understand our misery? This is why I question your ability. With your greed and your game, you are the one to be blamed. How you're ruining our children, our African descent's name. You see, black is my color. Proud is it within my mind. You make me suffer because I was well and kind. Because of the seed you sow is the same seed you're going to reap. One day will come. All wicked men has to weep. You see, you shackle our hands and you shackle our feet, but you can never shackle our thoughts. And that's reality. Because of the color of our skin, we are, of all the corruption that's going on for our people, they soon about to lose the power. So black folks, my people, I'm standing for a purpose.
That's right.
Who wants to stand? My buildings are free and clear. I have certification as a minority certified. I am here to defend. I am here to protect my people by any means necessary. God bless you. God bless you all. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chief.
Wow. All right. Teach. Therapeutic questions.
Without love, where would you all ask yourself to be now? Without love, where would you be now?
Nowhere wouldn't be here, brother.
Yeah.
Great question.
Yeah.
Right here.
First and foremost, giving honor to Almighty God and to the Spirit of Christ and to the Spirit of this building of is anyone here 71 plus?
Yeah.
May I have the opportunity to continue to speak?
Yes.
Thank you. My only question, if it was a question, is in Northeast Washington, D.C., there is 6. It's really not a question. It's really, we have a responsibility to defend ourselves when May the 2nd comes along, which is her birthday, and May the 10th, which Walter Washington made a commemorative day. Because we're here in this city, and since land is the basis of independence, auspices today, anybody days, you can go any you want to. What are we going to do?
Any other questions or comments?
I'll take it.
Yes, sir. John Cheeks.
Black power.
Masterpiece for the DC recovery.
Yes.
I was given a phone call to go and give testimony in favor of the merger with conditions. Now, we discovered Washington Gas owned over 3,000 slaves in Washington, D.C. to install the gas lines which you all are paying them for to service your homes and apartments for our energy. It was my turn to give testimony. I looked at the Public Service Commission, Betty Ann King, and said the D.C. Recovery Act is in favor of the merger with conditions. A $50 credit applies to non-descendants of American slaves. Our credit is $7.6 billion. That's our credit. Now you can use the $50 credit to others who are descendants of slaves. Africa, Haiti, wherever. And of course everybody, you could have heard a pin drop, people's eyes stretched, looked like their eyeballs were about to pop out of their heads. I didn't receive any negative pushback. The third day of testimony, I appeared again. This time, it was to explain why the $7.6 billion is needed to lift the descendants of slaves community as a whole. No one gave me any type of friction in the meeting. No one. After the meeting, the lawyer of Washington Gas and the merging company from Canada approached me and asked me to please complete the budget projection for 7 I would spend it on. Okay? Now, they gave testimony from their financial officer of Washington Gas. They have $8.3 billion cash. The Canadians have $24.3 billion in cash. And me being at the front, I looked at the Betty Ann Kane. She looked at me, and I said, well, sounds like we got it. We are at the merger of requesting relief for our people of the district. They owe Baltimore too. They owe Virginia too. The Water Authority of the District of Columbia owes us.
That's right.
The Water Authority of Maryland owes us. Virginia owes us. And so on wherever slavery existed.
That's right.
See, because we had to purify the water for the owners to drink. How many of you seen water extracted out of the ground? Yeah, it's a little dirty until you purify it, until you boil it.
Right.
Then it becomes clear.
Right.
Emptying the bad pans, we had to do that as slaves. Okay? All that is a part of the recovery benefits section. Now, I didn't expect Washington Gas to be there, but we're here. So let's understand we all must stick together in this movement for reparations and recovery for us. If we don't stick together, it's not going to happen. We have to vote, be prepared to vote for it this year, and we are interviewing candidates.
Yeah, we're going to eat Pastor and other speakers so we can get out to it. We got a lot of business to take care of. We got developers here in Washington, D.C. that are making hundreds of millions, even into the billions. They're building all around this city, and they got to be held accountable.
That's right.
They got to be held accountable in many ways, in a whole host of ways. And
they can be.
There are corporations and companies that are doing business here in the district, and the district is pushing black people out. We got to handle it. Conglomerates, 3 white-led entities that control that we couldn't even have the parking lot next to the street. He said, because somebody was using.
Solution.
I said, hell if they will be, white man.
Solution.
Using some damn lot. Not only are we going to get the lot, that ain't a problem, that need to be held accountable.
That's right.
There's a city that need to be held from us, a call from us saying we need you to be somewhere or do something. Trust what we behind doing. We the whole
125 need to be moved. Need to be moved.
All right, so thank you so much. Stay in tune to the website. This is what we want you to do.
I got one question.
Yes, sir.
What the chief was telling us, be together, be patient.
That's right. But it's open because we know as people hear about it, they're going to want to be a part of it.
Right.
That's right. I just got off the phone with all about reaching out to the strong pastors who will accept that hand from us.
Right.
I'm on Reverend Jeanette Pollard's show Friday night on her show. Give us the call-in numbers on Friday.
It's Facebook, WBG Gospel Network, Facebook Live.
Radio Friday, the subject is, can Lazarus be raised from the grave? The coming of the 10,000 Black Men March. We're making a specific outreach to the Christian community. If you think that if you come into this aspect of the Black conscious or the Black nationalist movement, and you want to hear us say, F Jesus, F Muhammad, burn the Quran, burn the Bible, I'm so sorry that you're going to be in the wrong place.
That's right.
We the students of Khalid Abdul Muhammad, we got good relations and seek to have good relations with our Black Christian family. And so we're going to be outreach. I'm going into churches, I'm meeting with pastors, and I'm going to be making moves, hopefully with the imams and others. Bottom line is we're outreach, and we're willing to talk to anybody that wants to solve this problem, not just somebody that wants to speak. We're talking about creating permanent alliances so that if we get a Recovery Act on the table and it's in the law, then the alliance works for that act. If Brother Jahar and what we negotiate and it comes forth and he wants the community backing, and we got everybody with us and the 10,000 men in the back. If we say we're going over here to goddamn, what's that construction company? Give me one. Down Clark. If we say we're going to Clark Construction Company and say you've been hiring all the Latinos over here, and we want you to guarantee that in the X amount of years, if we let you build, because half of what you building we ain't for. But if the half that you building we will allow, then you must audit, you must open up your damn books, and we want to know how many Black men are on the rolls And on top of that, give us the damn money you've been making.
That's right.
Thank you. And give it to these black men who are out here languishing and help us with this march and this. We're coming to collect from this devil. You understand what I mean?
It's time.
And straight up collect from him. Not playing nice with him. You're gonna give it up or you're gonna stop building in the district. The Nation of Islam has been here with Minister Najee Muhammad.
Yes.
The Nation of Islam is here, but let's talk about the Nation of Islam with Louis Farrakhan, so we go on the record, so there don't be no rumors.
Right.
We wouldn't be here. Everybody probably agrees that we wouldn't be talking about any kind of man march at all if it wasn't for the Million Man March.
That's right.
That's right. Now this is a little bit different. It's smaller, but no less strategically important. But we want to give credit. We are veterans here of the Million Man March.
Right.
Not that we attended the Million Man March, we helped build the Million
Thank
Man
you.
March. We are the organizers, the laborers that helped build it, and we were a part of that great day.
Yes.
And we got good relations with the Nation of Islam,
Yes.
Louis Farrakhan.
Yes.
But we ain't dependent on nobody's approval to do this. We just can't, we at the point now where we're following up and doing what we got to do to follow up to help our people.
Right.
So we want to do further outreach. We want them to help us.
Right.
But I got to be honest.
Right.
We ain't stopping this for nobody.
Right.
We want them with us.
That's what's
right. And we expect them to be with us. But we can't stop for nobody.
Nobody. 1 in a million, man.
We can't stop.
1 in a million man voters.
Looking at the look in your faces and what's in your heart and how you want, it would take death to stop us from satisfying what's in your heart and in your faces today. Sir, Brother Yusef, can you call on out?
I have a statement and a question. The majority of Muslims in America, not Arab Americans, Pakistani Americans, or any ethnic group, Afghanis or anything, it's been an onslaught by the media dealing with this gentrification of Islam, gentrification of these neighborhoods. The majority of Muslims in America, black Americans, over 50%, half of that percent, is in the prisons. Let's make that clear. It's not dealing, and so these immigrants are trying to mainstream into America, be a part of America. It needs to be a national blitz on the majority of Muslims in this country are not immigrants. I'm writing about this. I write about this in this book. I have several copies. I wrote 2 books on Islam and the onslaught of the Native American Muslims in this country.
Let me say this. Go ahead.
Yeah. And we dealing with Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X. These were Native Muslims in this country. And we drew the landscape of Islam in this country. Not the Arabs, not Pakistanis, and not all these other ethnic groups. These are people who are artificial minorities coming in this country.
Okay, so I got a deal.
That's what I'm doing.
I got an offer for you. I want you to listen to what I got an offer for you, and I got an offer for Imam and others who are here. Imam Jamal and Imam Akbar. As we conclude. There are 20 there are up to at least 24 workshops in this convention that will be taking place in the daytime from 12 to 5. There's workshops on the first day, second day, third day, all throughout the days. There are workshops, and many of them are still wide open. They're wide open, so when I meet that pastor, when I meet that imam, when we meet that activist, that they can be roped in and they can have a place in this. Everybody can't be on the stage at nighttime. 80 people speaking. That seems crazy. But everybody can have a place in this. But let me say this, and I say that to say that, brother, we want what they call the Orthodox Muslim, or just the Muslim in America that have its place. All Muslims are not from the Nation of Islam in America. That are black. Right? You get five I'm talking about? They're not all. Many are from the Nation of Islam, and most all of them have their origin in the Nation of Islam under Elijah Muhammad, but they've gone different ways. That's right. Let me tell you a little something that I'm learning right now in my development. Now, I'm a hard critic, to be honest, of Imam Wafiuddin Muhammad, but I ain't like some stuff he did, and I ain't gonna go into the stuff I don't like. But I just didn't like Wallace. But guess what? Well, what I call Imam Wafiuddin Muhammad. However, it's a big however. However, how do I recognize the fact that some people that was in the world community of Al-Islam and the Bilalians, that they are strong Sunni Muslim is not interested, or that the so-called Orthodox Muslim is uninterested in black affairs. Look at Imam Akbar. Imam Akbar, he imams in the whole movement, one of the strongest, but in his heart, that's right. I won't say but, I'm going to say and. That's right. And in his heart is a love for Elijah Muhammad and a love for his people. That's right. In your heart is a love for it, right? That's right. So what we got, but my advice to distinguish yourself from the non-black Muslim over here is y'all got to take a stronger public stance for the causes that affect black people. That's right. We want to see the black Orthodox Muslim standing for non-Muslims. That's right. When black people are killed by the police or we're suffering social problems, we want to see Imam. That's right. Imam Jamal, and others standing up and saying that even though they are not, want to know is the Muslim concerned about all the people, not just the Muslims. Yes. And what I want to say is that we want to give you that chance. Yes. We want to open up. Yes. We want to open up these events, open up the convention, open up the march, open up the news conferences, open up all these things we're going to do, and let our brothers who know Islam and which y'all can represent a new day in their life. Yes. All right. Now that's what I like to work with you on, because I'm starting to meet brothers every day. They're Muslims and they're not affiliated with the Nation of Islam, and they love our people. Thank you. They are very smart. Yes. And they are very much into self-determination. So we got to heal the wounds. Yeah, that's right. And y'all will heal the wounds, and y'all step up. That's right. We'll provide the platform. Yeah. Thank you. Everybody on your feet, please. Yes. That's true. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Marvin has a possible income solution.
I want him to come to dinner. I'm going to be up here at Duke, the Ethiopian Cafe, and we're going to have dinner. Come join. Lunch. I want him to sit right next to me, if he can sit, and come on up there. We'll be right up there wanting you to join. Join us. We're going to talk further. We got a lot of things to approve. We got strategies and plans to approve. We're going to do it. Everybody link up in a circle, and then we're going to go to lunch for those that are going with us. No, sir. I'm cool.
Make sure
BlackMen'sMovement.org. BlackMen'sMovement.org is the website. MovementForBlackPower.com is the website. BlackMen'sMovement.org. MovementForBlackPower.com. Go to BlackLordsBLFJustice.org. Spread the word everywhere, by text, by flyer, everywhere. Spread the word, because it's quite obvious that this train has left the station. That's right. Come up here. Come up to Dukem and have lunch with me. I want to see you. Are you the man with the documentary, right? Yeah. Good. Come up here and eat with me at Dukem Restaurant, and let's seal our deal. All right? We're going to go to work in a little while. We say this together, that we are an African people. We're an African people. Robbed of our homeland. Robbed of our homeland. Robbed of our land. Robbed of our nation. Robbed of our nation. Robbed of our religion. Robbed of our religion. Robbed of our God. Robbed of our God. Robbed of our motherhood. Robbed of our motherhood. Our fatherhood. Our fatherhood. Our sisterhood. Our sisterhood. And brotherhood. And brotherhood. But we shall rise. We shall rise. We shall rise. We shall rise. Never to fall again. Never to fall again. Up, you mighty nation. Up, you mighty nation. You can accomplish what you will. You can accomplish what you will. Up, you mighty nation. Up, you mighty nation.